back with another review. This time, it's the anticipated Safari Limited 2017 Giganotosaurus. Now, of course, this is a replacement of the original Carnegie figure, which this is a major improvement over. And if you live in Florida, then I got this from the Lowry Park Zoo, where there was a dinosaur event, where the zoo put all these animatronic dinosaurs around, well, in a certain area of the park, and they look really good. So I got this from the gift shop. It was like $20, affordable price, because it's not overpriced like some other places or sites. Let's take a look at it. Now, like the Diplodocus, this one isn't really full of detail, because Schleich does a little better in detail, but Safari does better in everything else, such as accuracy and paint job. See, not too much scales here, but you got a few lines here of skin folds and muscles here. See, also got these scales here. And the tail is very long, making it 14 inches in length, which puts it roughly out of 140 scale. Well, sort of, because I don't think Giganotosaurus was ever 46 feet. But you see the paint job it's like a light gray and then brown stripes there. And then the hands are perfectly proportioned, because unlike the 2016 Carcharodontosaurus, the hands are a little bit oversized, which is my only nitpick with that model. Then the teeth, see how well painted they are. Then the skull is an accurate shape. It's flat, unlike the Schleich ones, which have like thick boxy heads. And inside the mouth, it's just fantastic. See the glossy tongue here. Side of the head. It's no doubt that it's a Giganotosaurus. And of course, this was one of the first Safari Limited models to be put on the base, which some people don't like, which I can see why, but yeah, this is what bases do. It helps it stand up like this, because without the base, this thing would be toppling over all the time. So if they didn't want to make it topple over, they have to oversize the feet, which will make it look ridiculous. So I'm glad they add this base here, but I know that some kids wouldn't like to play with the dinosaur with a rock on its feet. So I think this is like the, I believe the second or third biggest figure of this year, because I think the biggest Safari Limited figure of this year, of course, the mostly anticipated Kronosaurus to me. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the base quickly. See, it looks like dried mud. It's very rocky too. See the feet there, it's very bird-like. Got all these scales here. Sorry guys, I got interrupted again. It's getting a little bit annoying because my parents keep stomping around. Yes, this is like a 14-inch model. It can barely fit the camera, and it is very heavy too. So let's start with the comparisons. Start with the most obvious first. The original Carnegie Giganotosaurus. See, this one was pretty accurate, but this one is far superior, because this one looks a little bit goofy in comparison. Next up, we have the Schleich Giganotosaurus. As you can see, detailing-wise, Schleich wins, but accuracy-wise, this one obviously wins. Also, like the paint job in here too. See the Giganotosaurus here? It's just very thick and too muscular. See the skull, how thick it is. Then the curled tail, then the oversized feet. So this is an okay model, but not the best. This one just easily destroys the Schleich one. Next up, we have the Feather T-Rex, which I believe is bigger than the Giganotosaurus, or they're roughly the same size. Say the Giganotosaurus is slightly larger. No, actually the T-Rex is slightly larger, so this makes it the third biggest model. Next up, we have my favorite from this year, the Kronosaurus, which absolutely dwarfs this Giganotosaurus. So this is like the realistic version of Mosasaur and Indominus. And lastly, we have the Carnegie Spinosaurus. See, the Spinosaurus is slightly larger. I think this is a pretty accurate size, but Spinosaurus needs to be a little bit larger, I think. So So, guys, if you haven't picked this model up, get it now. So this model deserves an easy 10 out of 10, along with their T-Rex, Chronosaurus, and Coelophysis. I think most of the safari limited dinosaurs from this year are going to get an easy 10 out of 10. So, and $20 is very affordable for a masterpiece like this. So, if you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.